All right, let's just jump right in. You know how sometimes the most profound wisdom is just hiding in plain sight, packed into a single, simple sentence? Well, today, we're going to unpack one of those. It's a powerful guide for how to live, and it really explores the two sides of what it means to live a life with purpose.
So, here it is. Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? But if you look closer, man, this thing is like a perfectly balanced equation for a meaningful life. It's got two really distinct instructions. One part is about looking inward, and the other is all about looking outward. We're going to break down each part to really see how they fit together.
Okay, so before we even get into the how-to, we've got to understand the foundation this whole idea is built on. The entire philosophy. It really hinges on one powerful, maybe even unspoken reality. Our time here is limited. So yeah, let's start right there.
So, why start there, right? Of all the ways you could begin a piece of advice, why anchor it in this idea that our time is short? I get it. It sounds kind of grim at first, but honestly, it's actually the most crucial part of this entire philosophy.
See, acknowledging that life is brief isn't supposed to be depressing at all. It's meant to be focusing. It gives everything else we're about to talk about a real sense of value, of urgency. You can think of it like a frame around a picture, right? The frame is what makes you appreciate the art inside. It's just a powerful reminder not to waste a single moment.
Okay, so, if our time is limited, what's the very first thing this advice tells us to do? Well, it starts with something personal, an inward-facing mission, the idea of collecting good memories.
And I want you to pay close attention to the word choice here, because it's so important. The advice isn't just to have good memories, it's to collect them. That one little word changes everything, because collect implies action. This isn't some passive thing where life just happens to you. No, it's a deliberate, mindful process. You're basically curating your own joy.
So, how do we actually do that? Well, you can kind of break it down into 3 simple steps. First, you have to be present. I mean, really in the moment. Otherwise, the memory never even gets made. Second, you savor the joy. You let that positive feeling really sink in. And then third, you recall it intentionally. You actively revisit that memory later on to make it stronger in your mind. And the whole point of this, the end goal, is to build your own personal memory bank. Seriously, this becomes your inner wealth. It's this reserve of happiness and resilience that you can actually draw on when things get tough. It's probably one of the best gifts you can ever give to your future self.
But, and this is a big but, that's only half the story. A life that's focused only on collecting for yourself is, well, it's incomplete. And this is where the advice pivots. It shifts our focus from what we take in to what we give out.
Okay, check out this shift in perspective. Collecting a memory, that's an inward action, right? It's for your own benefit. It's all about building your inner world. But being a memory for someone else, now that is a powerful outward action. That's for them. That benefits others. And really, that's how you build your legacy in their lives.
And you know, becoming a good memory isn't about some grand, heroic gesture. Not at all. It's built through all the small, everyday things. You know, acts of kindness, offering support, sharing a laugh with someone, being a source of comfort, or sometimes just simply being present for somebody. Those are the moments that stick with people.
So, if collecting memories is all about building your personal memory bank, then being a good memory for other people, well, that's how you build your emotional legacy. It's the positive impact you leave behind. It's that warmth and strength people feel just by thinking of you, long after a moment has passed.
Okay, final section. Let's bring this all together. We've looked at the two halves separately, right? But their true power, their magic really, comes from how they work together, in perfect unison, just like the two sides of a single coin. When you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. One practice is all about personal fulfillment. The other is about our shared humanity. One side of the coin is for you, your own happiness, your own resilience. The other side is for everyone else. It's about your connection and your contribution to their lives.
You see, a complete, meaningful life really needs a balance of both of these. It's a 50-50 split.
You can't just focus on your own memory bank without ever contributing to other people, but you also can't just pour everything out for others without building up your own inner reserves. The two sides actually feed each other.
So ultimately, a life that feels genuinely rich and satisfying is built on both. It's one where these two practices are in this constant, beautiful motion. You gather these good experiences for yourself, and that inner wealth, that fullness, is what allows you to give back and become a good experience for someone else.
So let's just look at it one last time. It's not just a nice little phrase anymore, is it? Now you can see it for what it is, a complete, actionable philosophy. It's a reminder that in this little time we have, our purpose is really twofold: build a beautiful inner world and leave a beautiful mark on the world outside.
And that really just leaves us with one simple but pretty powerful question. You've collected memories, you've experienced things, but now, thinking about your actions, about the day ahead of you, what memory will you choose to be for someone else today?